It feels like just yesterday we were picking up Pokemon Legends Arceus, Sword and Shield. Heck, it almost feels like we were just picking up Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But guess what? We're just a month away from release of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and there's only 18 officially released Pokemon? What? Let's go rate them. We gotta start with Wiglet, okay? Because this is probably the most confusing Pokemon released so far. It's said that Wiglet's resemblance to Diglett might be a mere coincidence, a result of its adaptation to its environment. Now, I don't know if you're like me, those are two contradictory statements. Is it a mere coincidence, or is it a result of its adaptation to its environment? Is it a Diglett that looks like a Wiglet because it's in this environment? Why don't you just tell us? Is this a Paldean Diglett or not? If it was a Paldean Diglett, maybe I could look at it a little differently, but because we don't know, it just makes me angry. I don't like it. Look at his face. He makes me angry. It is literally a Diglett on that bottom left picture. That's a Diglett. It's just a white Diglett. Okay, this is the worst Pokemon release so far. This thing has been out for a couple weeks now, and I still don't know how to read it. Farigiraf. Still don't know, still don't care. Girafarig living in the Paldea region will evolve into this Pokemon. Lazy, ugly, it just looks like venom went from his tail to his face and he put on a little hoodie. I need someone to explain why this is a good Pokemon. I need people to explain why this is a good evolution. I don't think it is. It's literally the same. It's literally still the same, but a little bit worse. I think he looks a little bit worse. I'm sorry. Yeah, cool. The mouth closes and then he's got a little hoodie on. I don't care. I think it's terrible. It might be the worst one on the list. Second to last. I'm going to assume Palmy is like the Pikachu of this generation. We haven't been told otherwise. We haven't seen another Pokemon that's kind of the Pikachu of this generation. He's got electricity from his cheeks. So yeah, let's go with that assumption. I kind of like it a little bit more than Morpeko, but that's not saying very much. I didn't like that one very much. I think it's not a great design, kind of lame, whatever. He is small like Smoliv, I like that. But when you read his description, things get a little bit stranger. So let's read this description. He's got electricity discharging organs on his forepaws. So in addition to the electric sacs in his cheeks, wording, he has electricity discharging organs on its forepaws. He rubs his cheeks and then shocks its opponents by touching them with his pads on his forepaws. So he does a little bit of this action, gets the electricity on his organs on his forepaws, bam, gets you right there. That makes me not really like him very much. Palmy, you're a weirdo. A lot of people had really good impressions of Paldean Wooper when it came out. I didn't really, to be honest. I just think it's a Wooper that's brown. The little bones on his head don't really even look like bones all that much. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one, you guys. We'll see if there's an evolution for it. Maybe the evolution will look a little bit better. But as of right now, I don't have a great impression of it. 24 pounds and he's a foot tall. He's a little fatty. Look, don't hate me for this, okay, you guys? I love food Pokemon. I think they're great. I love alchemy. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Slurpuff, and he's like food. Fido does not fit the bill for me. It just doesn't fit the bill for me. These ear buns that he's got, look kind of cute, you know? He looks kind of cute. He's kind of cute. Up until you get to this nose. What is it about like this area that makes him look really old? This design doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. I don't like this part of him. Literally, if you could just cover that part up, I might like him a little bit more. But this right here ruins him for me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't love Fido. I'm still a little bit confused about Cyclizar. I still don't really know where to fit him, if I love him or not. So we'll find out when the game comes out, obviously. But he's supposed to be legendary, right? I think he evolved into the legendaries, but when you read down here that he lives with humans and he's lived in many households since ancient times, they're a very common sight. Is that really a legendary? I don't know if that's a legendary. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the game comes out. So let's just go off of design right now. don't really love that tire on his chest, and that is kind of a spoiler for something coming up in a little bit, but I think he's got a great face. I love his arms, love his honestly, everything about him is great until the tire on his chest. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but Cyclizar, Dragon normal, kind of cool. He's the mount Pokemon. Sorry, Cyclizar, you're not super high for me. Let's talk about the little sweetie Smoliv. I actually really like Smoliv. He's only a foot tall, which that you could put a little Smoliv on your shoulder like this right here. His little olive oil, you can't drink it. It's like poisonous or something. That kind of pisses me off. I wish you could do like some cooking with Smoliv, and maybe we will. Maybe we'll put some Smoliv oil on our sandwiches and give it to our enemies. I don't know. We'll see. I really like Smoliv. I think he's got a great design. I love the little olive on his head. I love his face. His little face. Ugh, I can't do the face. Hey, that actually kind of looked like it. Smoliv ranks pretty good for me, and yeah, I like Smoliv. Good job, Pokemon. Okay, I'm doing these back to back, and I just finished Ceruledge, and I'm moving on to Armor Rouge. I realized I said it wrong in the last one. Not gonna go edit that. This thing, I like it. Don't know that I love it. It's Fire Psychic, which is a cool combination. Fire Warrior Pokemon. I think his design is just a little bit weaker than the Ceruledge. I think his legs are just a little bit lamer. I don't know. I think it's cool. I do think it's cool. His eyes are also awesome like Ceruledge's, but I don't know. I'm not drawn to this one. I don't want to go get this one. I want to go get Ceruledge. I don't want to go get this one. Maybe it's like the blade arms that Ceruledge has, and he's just got like, it looks like he just punches. I don't know. But still a cool design. Not sure that it's enough, you know, to compete really well against Ceruledge. Like, if you had to make me choose between them, I'm obviously going Violet. I'm going Ceruledge. I don't think he's got the pull that Ceruledge has, but he's still cool. And if you like him, I totally respect that, love that, because I still think he's cool, but just not quite as cool. Dude, Grafaiai, people are obsessed with him. And you know what? They have good reason to be. Grafaiai is a moody Pokemon with a fastidious disposition. It doesn't form packs, preferring to roam alone. It's constantly caught up in territorial struggles with other Pokemon. You know what? I really like Grafaiai. I like the whole vibe behind him. He's always painting trees to like mark his territory and stuff like that. He's a toxic monkey. Toxic monkey Pokemon. But you know what? As much as I like Grafaiai, I think the chance for his shiny to be something incredible, I have to wait. Because sometimes Pokemon, you like them and they're great, and then they get this incredible shiny that elevates them. It just makes them even better. And right now, I like him, but I need to wait. I think he's kind of in that, like, you know, shadow zone for me right now. I'm not sure if I love him just yet. I'll know once his shiny comes out. We'll see what happens. Miraidon, the other legendary. Let's go. You know what? I've really dogged him a lot in the last couple months. I don't love the tire on his chest, just like I don't like it on Cyclizar. I think Miraidon is just amazing. I think he's incredible looking. And so Miraidon has like a big hill to reach for me. But looking at him right now, just being fair and objective as I can, I still think he's awesome. I actually still think he's awesome. I don't think that I would be disappointed if I went Violet or Scarlet. I think I'd be real excited if I went Violet, but if I went Scarlet, I'd still be really pumped to have Miraidon on my team. I think it's cool that he'll still be able to do all the things that Miraidon can do. You can fly on him, you can go in the water with him, you can run across the land with him. I mean, you might be able to drive across land with him. Look at that tire. But yeah, I understand the whole past and future thing going on with these games, and it's clear Miraidon, future, exciting, technology, crazy looking. Miraidon, past, you know, a little more basic, a little more rugged, rustic around the edges. We got tires on this guy. We got jets on the other guy. Either way, I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to find out their lore. I'm excited to find out more about them. But between the legendary battle, Miraidon wins it for me. All right, it's everyone's favorite little pig. It's Lechonk. So the only issue I have with Lechonk is his name. I think it's one of those stupid meme names. I think it's just, you know, Pokemon trying to cater to a young meme-full generation. I hate the TikTok generation. Can I just say that out loud? Can we just state that as fact right now? TikTok is terrible. I love Lechonk. I love his giant snout that he has. I love, look at that picture of him sleeping. His little toe beans are just hanging out there. I think he's got a great design. I think he's funny. I just wish he had a different name. Maybe if he was just Chonk. Like if he was, could he just be Chonk? I don't know. I love him. I love warthogs. I know he's not a warthog, but he's a hog. And so Lechonk rates really high for me. I really like Lechonk. He's definitely gonna be on my team. I'm excited to see what he evolves into. Obviously, he's gonna have an evolution. Obviously, I hope it's not terrible looking. Great job, Game Freak. Great job. These Pokemon descriptions are not great. You will be able to encounter Cerulege in Pokemon Violet. Thanks, really appreciate that. Couldn't tell, look at his color. No matter what Pokemon says, look how awesome Cerulege is. I think it's great. I've seen a lot of comparisons to Bisharp, and I don't really understand them. Like, cool, they both have legs, they have arms, they have a face. I think it's a great design. I think it's a unique design. He's got fire blades. Look how sick he is. I'm excited to see him interact in the world and run around. I think this is a great design. I really like this compared to Armorage. We'll see what his name is. I like him a lot more. I think he looks really cool. I think that design is great. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are fierce. Those eyes are interesting. Great job. Fire Ghost. That's a combination I think is fantastic. I immediately think about Chandelure. Fire Ghost. Awesome combination. Awesome design. Great job. This is another reason I'm getting Violet. Look at him. Look at him. This is a great design. Good job, Pokemon, helping me figure out whether I was getting Scarlet or Violet. By releasing him, I'm gonna get Violet. Titan, bro. Titan is the real deal. So just kind of a little bit like I said with Grafaiai, I'm actually really excited to find out what Titan's shiny looks like. I think they could do a great job with his shiny. But outside of that, I already have some good opinions about Titan. I think he looks great. The Terra Whale Pokemon, 14.5 feet tall, 1,500 pounds, absolute monster, great design. Look at that giant mouth that opens up. Look at that giant mouth looking thing. I think he's great. Definitely going to be on my team if I can find one. This thing is awesome. So ready to shiny hunt this thing. I hope that it's a great shiny. They could do something really awesome with him. It's only right that I do the 3 starters at once, right? Like I got to do all 3 of them at once, right? Oh man, I'm just sorry guys. I never liked Sprigatito. I never liked it. Again, maybe it's got to do with the whole meme generation thing. Like, people think it's like the weed cat. I don't find that humor funny. I think it's annoying. So, and I just don't, I've never really liked the cat Pokemon. I don't think they do a good job with them. I didn't like the little fire cat. I like Torracat, actually. Kind of like Torracat, actually. He's pretty cool. Anyways, don't love Sprigatito. I think it's the worst starter by far. I don't like it at all compared to these two. Last place of the starters. That moves me on to Quaxley, who's second place. I didn't like Quaxley almost at all when it first came out, but then they released a couple more trailers. They did a little bit better job showing off his personality, and now I like Quaxley. I think he's funny. I think he's a sweetie. Yeah, there's some Donald Duck resemblance in there a little bit, but I like Quaxley. I think he's solid. I think he's a good starter, and I like him. But, and there's a big but, he's 76,422 miles away from Fuecoco. Fuecoco is amazing. I love him. Look how sweet he is. I love his tooth. I love his eyes. I love his little hair. I love his short stubby arms. I love his big fat legs. I love his tail. I love his big belly. I think he's incredible. I love every single part of this design. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be fantastic, and I'm going to love him. He's definitely going to be on my team. I don't even care what they do with his evolutions. It's all about Fuecoco, baby. It's all about Fuecoco. Legendary time. Miraidon. Look how freaking sick he is. He's super futuristic. He reminds me of Tron a little bit, and I love Tron. Miraidon and Miraidon grace the covers of Scarlet and Violet respectively. We obviously don't know too much about them. We know that they can fly. We know they can go in water. We know they can like run across land. A lot of them is still shrouded in mystery, just like the description says. Thanks, Pokemon, for really giving us a lot of details on them. But as far as, you know, just how he looks, I think he's amazing. I love that he's got like those like jets on the bottom of his feet when he's in the other mode. I think his face is great. I love the like little galaxy-ish type of thing that's going on his chest. The reason I don't love Miraidon as much is because of the tire, and I think that he's, you know, different enough, cool enough, interesting enough to really get the edge over Miraidon. He's futuristic, he's modern, he's exciting, he's just different, you know, he's just really cool looking. So absolutely gets the edge on the legendary battle for me. Absolutely gets the edge. But they're both still really cool, and I'm excited to get him. I'm excited to go after him. Dude, if he gets shiny huntable, I doubt he will be, but if he is, oh baby, baby, baby. We have arrived at the best Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet release so far. Cloth is easily my favorite. He's so far and ahead of second place. I absolutely love Cloth. I think he looks amazing. I love all the crab Pokemon. I love Krabby. I love Kingler. Both of them, Krabby and Kingler, easily in my top 20 Pokemon. Both of them. I love the little lobstery looking ones like Corphish, Crawdont. Absolutely love them. Cloth fits that mold, looks amazing. He's going to be one of these giant Pokemon. That's probably going to be the story I go after. Going after Cloth, the giant Cloth, the big Pokemon. They're kind of like alphas from Legends. I want to go see him jump off of that mountain and then scuttle off as I beat him up. I'm really excited about Cloth. I think he looks amazing. Look at him. He's got those crazy eyeballs. He's got like that like I don't know, it's like iron, but it's also kind of hairy look that he's got on his legs and his head. I just think he's a great looking Pokemon. I think he's amazing. 4 foot tall, 174 pounds. What an absolute monster. I think this is a great addition to these like crab looking type Pokemon. He fits right into them. Easily the best released Pokemon so far. I absolutely love Cloth. Cloth, you deserve the #1 spot. You're the man. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Now let's be honest. There's only 18 released Pokemon so far, official. I know there's stuff out there. You could go find it. You could go see them. Of these 18 that have been released, that is my lineup. That's what I think of them. I don't think Pokemon has done a really good job so far with all the advertising for this game, all the media for this game. I think it's been pretty weak so far. We're all going to buy it anyways. We're all excited for it. But honestly, the last couple trailers have kind of sucked. I haven't really cared too much about them. We've all watched them together. We've all enjoyed. But at the end of the day, Scarlet and Violet, they're about a month away. We're pumped for it. We're going to get it. This is what I think of the so far released Pokemon. Bring on the game, Game Freak. We're freaking ready, baby. Let's go.